Come on into the room. I'm the H-Town Vet, and we'd like to welcome you to this live stream. Let us know if our sound is okay. Come on into the room. Let us know that you're here. We got a lot of catching up to do. Thank you, Miss Sherry. And thank you for all that you do, your support. I am the H-Town Vet. I'd like to welcome you to this live stream. We got Angel in the house. Hi, Vet Familia. I forget how you say it in Spanish. I usually say it okay. Okay, we got Thomas Klein. Hey, if you're new to the channel, let us know your branch of service. If you're dependent or if family member of a veteran, let us know. And let us know what city or country, city or country that you're living in. State or country, I mean. Let us know. Let me see. Pull up that. We're glad to have you here. We got a lot of catching up to do, as I said earlier. Let us know your branch of service, state or country that you're living in. For those new to the channel, or those that have been here. Okay. Welcome to all newcomers from my sister Sherry McCoy. So greetings, Thomas. And as we said, our brother Angel. I called him Jose the other night. So I apologize, brother. Now, let's see. Said we are live. Let's see. Our sister was saying, make sure that I have, early she said, make sure that I have plenty of water and juice nearby for your throat. Yes, indeed. Okay, Roger, she let me know everything sounds good. Thank you. And earlier I was letting y'all know that I was going to be here. Let me see. Sherry them were here early. Sherry and let me see. Alaskany came through. And then Dogface Soldier, he's supposed to be so tough, but he talking about I miss you, H-Town. He say he was here first. He always had to do it. And look what, hold on, let's say what Lasky say. Look, he say, hold on. He said, what Lasky say? Give me a second. He cracking up always on him. He said, how many times did you check your mailbox? Check your mail today, Dogface. Now come on in. We're going to let you know what we've been doing. And family, don't be mad at me. But I got some splaining to do, understand? I got some excuses. When I came home a little late when I had my lady friend and she was wondering why that lipstick was on my collar, why I smelled with a different perfume, I had an answer. She may not like the answer, but I had one. Now, Mr. International, thank our brother. I sent you the information that, because people, we're going to keep it private, but people are interested in talking to our brother, Mr. International. He helps veterans with their benefits. So do more research, learn from our brother. Talk to him, see what he can help you with. All right. That's what we hear. JC. Hey, new here, retired Navy, Jacksonville, Florida. Was going to Jacksonville at first, end up going to, of all places, you wouldn't believe, I went to Arkansas and enjoyed myself. And that's why the internet wasn't good. I couldn't keep in communication with y'all. If I'd have did it, hold on, I got to skip down a few people because Alaskan is a character. For those of you that are new to the channel, please let us know. Yeah, your branch of search. You already told us, like our brother just did, JC. Now, here we go. Alaskan, he gives his coordinates. I hope the enemy don't intercept that, okay? Now, listen to what Thomas said. My grandfather served from 56 to 59 in Germany as a cold cracker. Wow. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I served during Desert Storm. We welcome all members here. We members of the military, family members, dependents, okay? We're here to be supportive of you because you may not know you may qualify for some of these benefits, okay? And you may be to help some of your family members that are still surviving, all right? Now, let me catch back up. Thomas said, I just want to see what is out. I just wanted to see what this was about. Well, you're about to find out what it's about. This is the only interactive live stream where it is veteran-centered and it's veteran-driven, okay? So what we're doing here, this is a dialogue. This is a communication. I am the H-Town vet, but I'm just a facilitator. I'm not an expert. I don't believe in no such things as experts, because how can you be an expert when it comes to VA benefits when the VA don't follow the rules most of the times? So you're going to be an expert on something that's inconsistent? Impossible, okay? There are knowledgeable people, but anybody tell you that they got the secrets, they're false flagging, you understand? Gaslighting, and it ain't nothing but cap. Okay, so that's what we're here for. Okay, it showed up in my feed. Well, good thing. More and more people are watching the channel. And like I say, this is what it's all about. It's about us coming here. It's about us communicating. It's about us dialoguing. You're going to learn more from the veterans in the chat. And if anybody wants to come up on the live stream and you want to talk, you want to come on the camera, that's okay too. Because this is not about me. This is about us. Sound like the lies I used to tell them ladies, huh? Now, Langley, Virginia. I've been there. I lived in Virginia for 6 years. Chesapeake. Okay. So now Thomas was telling me about his grandfather. Thomas, I don't know if you're male or female, but Thomas Klein was telling me about the grandfather who was in World War II. Now, understand something, a code breaker at that one of my best friend who lives in Virginia, you know, place I lived for about 6 years. His daddy was in World War II, and I think he walked 36 miles. I think it's 36 miles from somewhere to Berlin, from France to Berlin. I'll never forget that. In the cold. Now, here we go. So we got Hoffa, and let me know if I'm saying it right, coming in from Guam, the Air Force base there. Wow, okay, I don't know how that happened. You gave me too much information there. USMC, you can copy it about 100 times. Slow your roll, slow your roll. Because we try to get you, we got you. We got you first time. It's going to take us a while to get to, because we slow walk this thing. Now we got Oasis connecting in from Ramstein Air Force Base. He using that German. You know, Ramstein is over in Germany. Guten Tag. I forget to say was. I'm gonna need Sherry to break that down. There, I forget that I haven't. You know, I was over there for 3 years. I should have learned more German. Now, I think most of bonjour, H-Town, old Canada, okay. Hold our dominion within thy loving care, present and accounted for. So, sobriety for me. Changed his name. We ain't gonna say what it was, but we said that we needed something more positive. And you know what that brother did it? Now hold on. Okay, West always coming in from Orange Mountain, Tennessee. We got Yo Left in here. Okay, San Diego. Dedicated dedication, leadership, integrity. Force calm, sound off. Hoorah, hoorah, simplify, hoorah. I hope I said it right because I wasn't in Germany. Now here we go with our Jamaican Rastafarian logo up there. Cashew, Jamaica. I can't say the rest of it, but I'm gonna call you AIF. Now here we go. Obey lawful orders is essential for maintaining discipline and order in the military. Remember what's being said there. Now, let's get down here. Now, he was in World War II. Okay, this is Thomas telling about his grandfather. That's why we want everybody in here active. You understand? We want everybody to come in because we don't have a chance to share these things. We want these things on record because it's history that's important. You know, we need to know these things. This is important. I'm not trying to sell you a course saying come in this secret room. I'm gonna give you all the secrets once you put your wallet down. You understand? Now we ain't turning nothing down but our collar if you want to donate. But to get the information, we're not charging you nothing for that. You just come on in here. Huh? Uh-oh. Oh, dog facing it, they starting to cut up. So he said he was in World War II. Let me make this bigger so I can see it. You know I'm blind as a bat. Now I can see it a little better. Because y'all cutting up now. He was in World War II. He was not in a war, but in between a couple, he was also observing in the USSR and their communications. Let me tell you something. That's all that is needed. Combat, non-combat, everything we do in the military is pretty much combat. Let's be real with it. Now, Army #1, brother, hoorah! I hear you. Dog-faced soldier in the house. Oh, German Papacito. They trying to say that. let me tell you who I am, people, because the new people in here, they trying to get me deported, man. I am the H-Town vet. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. You know, you might gather that by my Southern accent. I am not what they call me, Dominican. I am a black man. My people have lived in Texas for 170 years. Before that, my people's from Florida, the Seminole Indians, James Byrd, my great-great-granddaddy, and he was from Florida, and the woman he married was from Alabama, and my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather, his people are from Georgia, okay? So I'm getting it straight. I don't know that. Now, love, this is something I want you to understand, that love is actually dependent, that gets benefits from his now passed on Vietnam father. So that's why I want y'all to understand, this is very critical that y'all understand these things, that we can get the knowledge that you need. Now, let's see what he says here. I have some paperwork saying my father filed a claim number saying payee number. My father initiated form from the VA and my name and address on the left-hand side. Well, you need to, don't give them the original. Make sure you get a copy and you send it to them and tell them that your father passed and you find this. Can you get that claim reopened? Has it been a year? This is what's critical, okay? Now, that's the critical thing. Has it been a year? All right. Let them know you found this information. You have new and material evidence, and you fight until you get that claim open. And you, as a dependent, may be able to benefit from that. All right. He say, love, say, son of a veteran. Now, Laskin said, what the message for today? The message for today is one of the most, that's why I want y'all to hang around. You may not want to hop in and out on this one here. We're going to give you 2 words that you need to get your benefits and to protect your benefits. 2 words. All right? So you need to stick around for that. Now, EMI, the mandatory H-Town CAS starts an hour late. Yes, I was having technical, the broadcast started out late. I'm not, technically savvy. I didn't realize I had something muted and I didn't know how to unmute it. So I'm working on it. We're going to get it. I won't be in attendance. I won't be attending the 900 hours commanders town hall meeting. Will or will not you send an email to my boss explaining my absence? I am not active duty. I can't do that. You got to follow the chain of command, soldier. Now, okay, he was not in World War II. Okay, I apologize about that. Thank you for correcting me, Thomas. I apologize. Okay, has H-Town asked about reduction, or did he run out of what ifs? Yeah, dog, he go, look, hey, look, I'm gonna skip down him. He says, H-Town, educate us on how to protect our benefits. We're gonna do that tonight with 2 words. All right. We do have a video in our library that covers how to protect your benefits, but we're going to use this evidence and we're going to break that down, and then we're going to get information from you. Okay, let's see what else we got. So we have Oasis 20 years is 88 civilian working years. Okay. Now, H-Town vet, Dogface Soldier says 38 CFR 3 is for the benefits, brother. Yes. Now let's see. What question and answer is the broadcast covering? We're going to see that when we get there. Such things as it's going to cover the transitioning. When we transition from military service to being a veteran, when we transition from active duty to a veteran, and how was that a smooth process? We're going to talk about different topics, whatever y'all want to talk related to that, but we'll throw out a few fillers on that. Now, says highest standards of conduct. I can't hear myself. Let me turn this music down. I like to hear myself when I read, so it becomes a little bit confusing. So be patient. I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit more. Now, okay, highest standards of personal conduct, morality, and professional skills. We are all together as one team. And that's what I want y'all to look at. We're not here to outdo each other. We're not trying to impress each other. If you got some knowledge, you can impress me, but we're trying to support each other. Okay, H-Town, you are getting us out of work. My boss is TDY, so CMS, Command Sergeant Major, is acting boss, but he will understand your broadcast is more important than completing IG list checklist for U.S. U.S. Air Force inspection. I don't think so. Now, so he said, educators, we're going to educate on how to protect it. Now we're about caught up, and so we're going to get ready to get started here. Let's get this last one from USMC Commanding Officer NJP. Article 50. He teaches us a lot of information. And our sister Cynthia Morales is in the house. Her husband is in the military. I think was in the military and is 100% disabled veteran. So we thank all of the dependents, the children, the spouses, those that are just family members of veterans. We appreciate you. If your grandparents were in the military. Now let's read what he say. Article 15 of the UCMJ identifies non-judicial punishment process that allows commanders to punish service members for minor offenses without resorting to court-martial. Integrity first. Real good. Okay, we're going to get ready to get started here, okay? Hi H-Town. Okay, we're going to get to y'all information in a minute here. Let us kick it off for the people that's watching recorded. I want to make sure I go over some of the information here. Now, so everybody say hi to our sister Cynthia, just coming in. Thank you. We're glad that you're here. Whoever would like to speak to her and support her and appreciate her. Now, we're going to pull it up. Let's do it. All right, let me put this banner down. All right. Now, what are we doing here? Today, we're going to be talking. We're going to go over some background information. But today, we're going to have a question and answer. Like I said, it's going to be dealing with the transition of from active duty to becoming a veteran. But this question and answer covers whatever you would like to talk about once we get in the the after party and all that. But we always have a little lesson that we try to give. All right. We want to say shout out, peace to everybody. We glad that you joined us. Sister said hi, Cynthia. Sister Sherry said that always very supportive. Now now that I have an opportunity, we're gonna go over a few of these last two here. The paperwork already been sent to the VA. Now this is dealing with paperwork from his father. I hope you kept a copy. Okay, the paperwork says payee with my father's name in the claim number and claim number with my information on the left-hand side, my father's information on the right-hand side. You know what? Your father really, we need more parents, and that's one of the questions in the question and answer period. Are you going to be prepared if something happens? Is your family going to be prepared if something happens to you? Will they be able to find your DD-214? Will they be able to find your disability compensation paperwork? All right, H-Town, tell your subscribers that you're the only one that can get active duty personnel out of CQ extra duty. No, I can't. I couldn't get myself out of extra duty. I couldn't stand it. Now, here we go. EMI, will there be no death by PowerPoint? I'm gonna have a few slides. Now, okay, is fraud going to be covered? Not tonight. We covered fraud several times, but if you want to ask questions when we get to the end, so give me a chance now, y'all. So let's get to it so we can get through this and y'all can ask as many questions as y'all want. Let me get through the PowerPoint. All right. Now, want y'all to know that we scheduled on our regular broadcast is going to be on Sundays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. If there's technical difficulties, it may be a little later, but internet sometime. And so those live streams, like we say, on Sundays and Thursdays, but unscheduled live streams may occur. Right now, what had happened, I was out of town. I can't tell everybody on the internet until I get back. All right. Our sister said, hi, Sherry. That's from Sister Cynthia. Now, you got to understand. So, because people come in breaking your house, so I got, you can't be saying, hey, man, I'm going. I tell you now, I'm back at home. If they want to come over and holler at me, we could talk a while now. So, people used to tell people, I'm going out of town. I was in, what do you call that state? I told you I was in Arkansas, down there in Hot Springs. I learned a lot. It was a lot of gangsters that used to go down there in the 1920s and 30s, like Al Capone. You didn't know that, did you? I didn't know it either, for those that didn't know. Now, let us continue. So if you're new to the channel, please join us on Sundays at 7 p.m. and Thursdays at 7 p.m. We're having an unscheduled live stream tonight because I wasn't able to make the one on Sunday, because it was like internet problems and I was still in Arkansas, and they have a lot of mountains with low signal. You understand? And I have all my equipment with me. Now, understand when he asks, your opinion counts here on this broadcast. All right. So at the H-Town Vet, your opinion counts. Let me pull myself up So you can see I am the H-Town vet, and we would like to welcome you to this live stream. And your opinion counts. This is an interactive thing. We're trying to keep it moving. Okay, you say, son of a Marine Corps, Vietnam veteran, Korean War also. Okay. Love is a dependent. Now, of a deceased veteran, and respect, okay? Now, let us continue. Now, your opinion counts. So we want to know. If you don't know, we trying to find out. That's why everybody's interacting continuously. Now, we want to let you know, for those of you that are new, you just saw it on the feed. We want you to know that where our channel is. It's the handle is at H-Town Vet Northside. Okay, we do it that way because, hey, H-Town Vet is from the north side of Houston. 5th Ward boy, born and raised. So you'll know, because there's a lot of H-Town handles, and we don't want you to get confused. All right. Now, our email, if you ever want to contact us or you need to talk to me directly, leave your number in the email at the bottom, htownvetnorthside@gmail.com. Okay. All right. Now, or you can just email and we can communicate through that. What I need from you, let us know your chat name so I'll know who you are. All right. Because a lot of times you just have your regular name. We're going to leave that private and discreet. We won't share that with anybody. And also, we have our Cash App that the brothers and some of the sisters asked about, and our Cash App. We don't charge people to do things, but we do take donations. All right, and that's H-Town Vet Northside, capitalized H, capitalized T, capitalized V, and capitalized N. And we want to give a special thank to our sister Sherry. Let me come up on the screen here, because she gave a donation while we wasn't even here, while I was shooting hooky from school. She still put money on the books. You don't supposed to be looking out for people that ain't on their job out somewhere else. But thank you, sister. We appreciate you. You understand? Now, what our brother EMI says, H-Town, tell my boss I will be out of town too, TDY, to Houston for retired veterans meeting. He gonna say you're not retired yet. Now, okay, let's see what Sober said. Let us know when you get, okay, say, I think if I give you my boss's Cash App and send him enough to get me out of work, would it be an idea? Something to think about, huh? So we doing things here. I know y'all see we having fun, but we handling the business too. Now let us continue. All right, let us get back on task here. Now, an important thing is the claims office. You know, we're going to talk about different things when it comes to benefits, but one of them, if you're dealing with VA compensation benefits, you're going to deal with the VA claims office. It could be the regional office. It can be a representative of the VA if you're on active duty and getting ready to discharge out of the military. All right. It'll be somebody from the claims office if they don't have one in your area. Now let us continue. Now we're going to use, I want y'all to follow this example. Let's say for some reason you have a rating between 20 and 100% permanent total. And we'll just say you're 100% permanent total. All right. Let's say you're 100% permanent total and you get incarcerated for 61 days on a felony crime. Well, for those of you that don't know, most of us here do know, if you're incarcerated for 61 days on a felony crime and you're receiving VA compensation, first thing you're supposed to do is notify them. And when that happens, they're going to reduce you down to 10%. If you have a 10% rating, they're going to give you half that amount of whatever check is, about $100-something. They're going to give you about $60, okay? $60, $70. All right. So let's say this happens to you. You get reduced down to 10%. Let's say you get reduced for any reason, but we just use getting incarcerated as an example. Yes, if you're 100% permanent total, you will be reduced while you're incarcerated. So you had this 10%, you got out of jail. So what are you trying to do? They call it reinstatement. Reinstatement is nothing but a reevaluation. They just remember the trick words that the VA use. All right. So you're trying to get it back up to that 100% that you have, but they may give you a 20 through 90% rating somewhere in there. So you're fighting to reinstate your disability. Just going to jail won't bother you if it's not for a felony. So if you in jail for 100 days for a misdemeanor, no problem. If you in jail for a felony, 60 days or less, no problem. So always trying to get an increase on the rate. Remember what we talked about, word confusion. And we're going to give you 2 words tonight, and we're going to break down something that you didn't hear anywhere else. Okay? Because I came up with it when I had a chance to clear my mind in Arkansas. I had fun down there. I like Arkansas people. Word confusion is a big thing that the VA use. What words do the VA use that confuse you? Okay? Let us know. Now, here's some of the confusion. They have CMP exams, DBQs. So there's the DBQs, which is a disability benefits questionnaire. All right. That's the one that's done through the VA when they send you to an exam. QTC, and there's some other names that are initials they use, that people that they outside companies that do these facilitate these exams with doctors. Okay. Then there's a public DBQ that you can take to your doctor or to a specialist of your choice. You print them off the internet. They're supposed to be given the same weight by the VA, but they don't always do that. So we're just reinforcing the information, okay? Now let us continue. We're almost halfway done. Remember I told you the information that we were going to give you, okay? Didn't I tell you we're going to give you 2 words? Clinical evidence. Please remember this. Write this down. Go back over this video and look at this. Clinical evidence. These are the key words for you getting your benefits and protecting your benefits. So let us continue. We're going to answer the questions after the information here. We'll get into that when we get to the question hour. Okay, so we'll go back. So please be patient with us. Now, the first thing for clinical evidence that's based on what they're doing, what you're trying to get accomplished with the VA, service connection, whether that be a diagnosis, service connection, or severity. Clinical evidence of those things. Did you hear what I said? Clinical evidence of a diagnosed illness, clinical evidence of it being connected to your military service. You see how H-Town Vet tying this up? Clinical evidence on the severity of the condition. So first thing, so I had to go back and get more detail because the VA uses word confusion. There is a difference between the word examination and evaluation. And here at the H-Town Vet, we're going to break it down to you. Have anybody ever broke that down to you before? Well, here at the H-Town Vet, you're going to get information that you're not going to get anywhere else. So what is an examination? Is a medical professional's personal observation and evaluation of the claimant. It can be conducted in person or by means of telehealth, through video it depends on what the condition is. It would seem like it would be easier to do an examination, a CMP exam in person, right? If it's a physical, something dealing with a go meter and measuring how much you can move. But if it's something dealing with your mental health, the doctor may be able to do it through telehealth. All right. Now, so that's an examination. So now understand, the examination is part of the evaluation process. All right. So that's the first thing you need is the examination. All right, let's continue. Hold on, the doctor is observing and evaluating the claimant. All right, now let's go. Now, so the examination, after the doctor does an examination, they're going to give their medical opinion. This is what you need to get these benefits now. Okay? What is a medical opinion? Refers to a medical professional statement of findings and reviews, which may be based on reviews of the claimant medical records or personal examination of the claimant, or both. So understand. So when you're dealing with the evaluation, that's the with the exam, the doctor is examining the veteran. When you're dealing with the medical opinion, the doctor bases their medical opinion on a couple of things. Their medical opinion is based on your medical records and their exam that they give you. Okay, is that making sense? So if you have a back problem, the doctor is going to look at your medical records that show back problem issues and see if it's any evidence of in-service back problems or conditions. And they're going to do their own exam. So they're going to take that information from your in-service, from your medical records at the VA, and any other records that talk about your back problems. And then on top of that, they're going to do their own medical opinion on what they think it is. It may be right in line with what the other medical evidence said, or it may be different. They may say you're not as bad off now. It depends, okay? Now, so that's medical opinion. Now let us continue. Now, evaluation. An evaluation is an assessment of the medical evidence, which may involve conducting an exam, providing an opinion, or both. Now remember, we just talked about conducting an exam. The VA can give you benefits without giving an exam if they feel like they got enough they got the right medical opinion, or they have enough medical evidence already that you don't need an exam. All right? So the evaluation is taking the medical opinion and the exam and evidence information together, medical evidence together, and making a decision based on all of it. It is the totality of things. All right? So it is it's the exam plus the medical opinion. The exam you see with the orange circle, where they check you out, and then after the doctor do x-rays, they see the evidence, and they make their medical opinion that you have the condition or you don't. That's called That's called a diagnosis. They're going to say whether it's connected to your service or not. That's called a nexus. Then lastly, they're going to measure the severity of your condition. You understand? Now let us continue. I hope that information has been informative. Now, as we said, when you're doing these compensation and pension exams, you have to have a medical diagnosis of the illness. All right, this is what has to be considered, okay? When they give their medical opinion based on the evidence, because sometimes people be paying $2,000 for a nexus letter, but if it ain't based on the doctor's medical opinion, which should be based on the evidence, you're going to have a problem. So first is their medical diagnosis. First of all, it's hard to get a CMP exam without a medical diagnosis, but it's not impossible. Next, is there a nexus, meaning a connection between your military service and your current diagnosis or illness? Then the third thing the doctor needs to consider is the severity level. That's where the money's at. All right? The more severe, the higher the percentage. The higher the percentage, the more you get paid from the VA. All right? So let us continue here. Now, as we said, This is for the people, if you're requesting an update on your pending VA claim, we got a little information here we go over all the time to make sure here at the H-Town Vet. So let's say it's been a long time since they made a decision or even gave you any feedback on where your claim is. You haven't had a decision yet. So if you have a pending claim with no exam yet, no decision yet, this is an example of a template that the H-Town Vet has created, so you'll be able to ask them, plug your information into it, how it suits you. But the main thing, you ask them the 2 questions at the bottom. Read the information, put your dates, but I'm giving you how to do it. And you ask them, has a CMP exam been scheduled? Because remember, you have no exam yet. Then you say, what is the current status of my claim? Now, the reason you do this and the reason you approach it this way is that after 4 or 5 months, if you ain't heard nothing, or 6 months, you're putting pressure on them by showing that you're actively involved in your claim. Don't wait no 3-4 years for no answer from them. Now, let's say you did have the exam and you're still curious why they haven't made a decision yet. So you put the information as you see up there and you put it in how, make it fit you. And it say, I have attended a CMP exam. This is starting in the green on the supported claim form here. I have attended a compensation and pension exam related to this claim, and there has been no resolution on my claim. The reason you put that in there, you've already had the exam. You give them a few weeks to get the information to the VA, between 2 weeks to 4 weeks a month, and then say, what is the current status of my claim, like before? Now, let us continue. We are almost through here. If this video has been informative so far, all right, please like, share, and subscribe. And we really would appreciate it. All right, we moving right along. Let's do this here, because we want all y'all little information. I'm gonna have to play catch up. Now, if you're already subscribed, make sure that you haven't been unsubscribed, because this is something that has happened to me before. I'll be subscribed to a channel and they're unsubscribed. So check your subscription status. Thank you. Now, let's continue. Now we're going into the Q&A session of it. So here we go. We have somebody in the house. We're about to start the question and answers. I'm going to read the some of the things here. Let me pull this up. So the new person here, let's see. Hello, vets. We have Junior in the house. Well, Junior, I am the H-Town Vet, and we would like to welcome you to this live stream. If you're new to the channel, we want you to come in. This is an interactive channel. We have fun, we joke, we handle the business, and but we get the information out, and this is an exchange. Your opinion counts here. Nobody's trying to outdo each other or show who's smarter. We're trying to get this information, and we want to learn from you something that you might be able to tell us that we may not be aware of. Like myself, I've been out of the military over 37 years. So guess what? There's things that a person that's still active duty is going to know, because there have been many changes in the military that I won't know. And there's things that I may know as a veteran that somebody that's on active duty may not be aware of. So we're going to be looking out for each other here. Is that all right? Now, let me try to catch up on these. Now, we have, Article 86 of the UCMJ identifies absence without leave, called AWOL. Now, y'all need to hear all of these things, and I appreciate you, commanding officer. This is why this is important, because we got people like this. So if you get Article 15 stuff that hinders you from getting an honorable discharge, or you get one general under honorable conditions, or a bad conduct discharge, or dishonorable discharge, court martial, these are the things you need to consider to try to get your discharge status upgraded. So you need to be knowledgeable of these things, okay? And we'll show how they tie in as we talk. Okay, let me go continue to read what he said, what they say here. It applies when a service member fails to appear at their appointed place of duty at the prescribed time without authority. Now listen, if those of you that are active duty and you don't think you're going to make it back in time, you better call your commander. You better call your captain. You better call your first sergeant. You better call your the main person you need to call. First person is your platoon sergeant or whatever they call it in your branch of service. All right, because this can affect you. Getting a bad discharge can affect you. I was in Desert Storm with a fellow veteran friend of mine, and we ended up in Fort Carson once we left Germany, and he went AWOL. Honorable, what can I say? Distinguished, served in the Desert Storm, distinguished, and he just couldn't hack it as far as when he got back to the States. Because, we didn't, back during Desert Storm, when nobody tells us about how to cope with this stuff, okay? So I don't know whatever happened to him. He was from a rich family now. His granddad had a zoo in the backyard with giraffes in it. Now, let's see what Dogface Soldier said. I know it's a little late on it, but I'm going to catch up with it. What if you go for 10 years and you want to pass it on to your wife instead of getting reduced? Will she get paid the same amount of pay every month if you are PNT? Well, if you're paid at the 100% rate, it doesn't matter if you're PNT. The PNT matters if you want them to have the Chapter 35 educational benefits and the CHAMP VA. That's where PNT comes into play. If you're paid at the 100% rate for unemployability, either of the 4 types of 100%, you should be straight. But remember, we're at the question and answer time, so we're going to start answering questions now. So that's how that works. Now, if you die of a service-connected disability, it doesn't have to be. It could be. So let's say you have prostate cancer. You're 100% for prostate cancer. If you died of prostate cancer, they can get the benefit automatically. Okay? You don't have to wait to 10 years. But you need that on the death certificate. You need to make sure that it's clear on what the VA need on that death certificate. Because some people die of more than one condition. I know that sounds strange, but you better make sure the one that's service connected is on that death certificate, okay? And hey, Dogface Soldier, you can't, what you talking about, give it to you? You trying on pass sometime soon? But they have to be married to you, I think, at least a year. They change that from time to time because you have people marrying these veterans on their deathbed. Now, if Dogface goes AOL, all right? AWOL, how long does it take to declare missing, and when would death benefits be paid in full? I don't know. This sounds shady. This sounds like this is going to be on an episode of Forensic Files or something, that they're going to use they're going to try to interview me. I said, I don't snitch on veterans. I don't know what y'all talking about. I get confused without my medication. And once you get out of prison, is it your spouse's choice to give the benefits back to the vet, or will the benefits cease, or will the vet goes back down to 10%? Well, here's the thing. If, let's say you qualify for 100%, you can give it over to your spouse. When you get back out, I'm assuming this go back to you, but they call it being reinstated if it never went down. Because if you just try to keep it to yourself 100% while you're in jail and it don't go to your dependents, or you don't have no dependents, they taking you down to 10% most likely. You can get 100% while incarcerated. You can file a claim and get 100%. Most likely they're going to reduce it down to 10%, and you just have to push to get it back right when you get out. Explain your situation to your doctor that you were incarcerated and get that proper evidence over to the VA where they can reinstate it. You understand? That's how the hospital works. And if your hospital, VA hospital don't help you, go to an outside doctor. Now let us continue. All right. Thank y'all for the the interactive thing here. Now y'all got quiet. Now that let's see what else I'm gonna throw in the, let's see, I got something so to keep y'all going. Any questions, continue. Now listen, who in here doesn't have a full copy of their military records that need to get that? Now, dealing with the National Archives, here's the issue. They are backlogged, and it's taking them a long time to get things done. Let me put it where I can do this here. It's taking them a long time to get things done. So a lot of people, what they're doing, they're getting a VSO, a veteran service officer, like the American Legion or somebody that has access to your files, and you should be able to get them quicker. But you have to sign over power of attorney so they can handle your claim information, if that's something you choose to do. If y'all know of another way to get those military records faster for your claim, let us know. I think you can do some of them online. Let us know in the chat. And watch our video, military records, and we go over the steps of the importance of the military records and how to get them. Now, like we were saying earlier, and we've talked about continuously, you need to understand, and let me see, look like somebody said something. Boy, y'all be saying stuff and I don't even know that y'all doing it. It don't show, it tricks me over here. Let me see, paid in full. Once you got out of prison. Now they say, don't worry, Lasky, I was referring to you just in case you get locked up, Big Pimpin'. H-Town can help. Laugh out loud. We gonna pray for him. Oh man, we go up there try to get him out. They might lock us up too. All right, here we go. I am waiting on that now, reviewing my evidence now. What do reopen claim mean? Do my claim go back to the original file date? Now, reopen claim, somebody help how to reopen. What's the effective date? I forgot. You know, I did a video on that. Watch our video, but I kind of forgot it on reopen claims, okay? Watch our video. The 10 types of VA claims. And anybody know, let them know in the chat. Okay, love. Mine was just remanded from the board to the local VA, has my claim now. Okay, so they might be a error that they need to correct. They remanded it for a reason, okay? Now, it's a hello, vets. Let's see what's got it. Am I missing something? Okay, boy, y'all, oh Lord, y'all been saying a lot of stuff and I didn't even realize it. Here we go. Now, Alaskany says, should I bring my life-size spinal cord model with flexible anatomy spine, with vertebrae, nerves, with lumbar column, showing my condition is connected to the severity level from service evidence of a nexus? Look, don't take that thing up in there. Let me tell you, that doctor knows anatomy. Hopefully he went to medical school, right? Or it's psychiatry, you know, if it's physical, most likely a medical doctor. They just take, you know, your little information, maybe a copy of your a statement from your doctor, you know, just pull it out of your medical records so they can see that, or a copy of certain things like your list of medications that shows the side effects or something. Now, let's see what 38 CFR says. Why would a rating result from fraudulent DBQ containing similar or identical language? All right, I'm trying to understand that. Okay, the only evidence stating they deserve the rating is derived from a fraudulent DBQ. Now, understand something. They got to give you a reason. They have to be more specific. on what's fraudulent about it. They just claim it's fraudulent. Okay, if they have evidence that it's something like they just copying and pasting on different ones. This is why we tell you, look up what we got up here. Now let me take this off. Y'all got to start reading this information. First thing you need to do when you file the claim is focus on what you're trying to get. Then you need to get the evidence together so you don't have those type of problems. If you're doing something where somebody say they can get you the benefits, just get them $10,000 or $3,000 or whatever, and they get you a nexus letter and magic. It don't happen magically. If they ever get caught on this stuff, guess what happens? They're gonna evaluate everybody that went there. But if your stuff was based on evidence, they won't be able to say nothing. All right, so get your evidence together. And then back that evidence up with VA law. And you need to make the right request. So stick to the template. There's no way of getting around it. The H-Town vet then giving you the formula right in front of you right now. Evidence-based VA claims. Don't listen to that hocus pocus. Don't listen to that game. You understand? We telling you this here is the information that you need. I ain't had nobody come back and tell me this is not the right way to do it. I came up with this. You understand? So to make sure that we don't have people playing games with veterans benefits or the veteran getting caught up in a trick bag. Now, here we go. Or call H-Town if you get arrested for AWOL cause his broadcast made me oversleep due to technical problems and my phone. Oh, Lord, you going to blame my technical problems. Now, let's see what our Oasis says here. How can DBQs contain similar identical language if each veteran has individual and unique evidence? What is alteration? Okay, if they having, let's say they keep getting DBQs from a certain doctor and they got 7, 8 veterans and almost all of their DBQs are exactly the same. That's the problem right there. Okay? That may be a problem. Because they say all these veterans didn't have the same experience. So how do they have the same symptoms? That's where it becomes, okay, here we go. Let's see, Alaskan, how do I get Dogface to add me to SGLI? Well, he can't add you now because they changed it to VA Life. Please watch our video. SGLI, disability life insurance versus VA Life. They changed it over back in 2022. So if you still got SGLI, you can keep it, but no longer can nobody add it. They have the new VA Life insurance for disabled veterans. All right, check that out. Now, you see how I tie all this information in? I'm telling y'all what's up, down. Now, Alaskan. Let me pull up myself so you can see me better. Now, Alaskan, this dog face so say wants to know, since it's below zero in Alaska, can he qualify for hazardous pay with the VA? I don't know about that. The only time I got hazardous pay was over in Desert Storm. Now let's see what our partner here said. Yo left, yo. Hoorah, hoorah, simplify, hoorah. All day, every day. Respect to our Marine brothers and sisters. LOL, Alaska looks like a popsicle. Okay, well, so I am an American soldier. I am a warrior and a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and I live the Army values. Respect, soldier, respect. Now, okay, this will defend hoorah first to fight baby. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Now, okay, 30 CFR 3. I am a United States sailor. I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, and I will obey the orders of those appointed over me. Now let's see. Hold on. Man, y'all are putting this information out. Okay, y'all are putting this information out. Let me see here. Okay, it's moving so fast. I'm glad y'all. We gonna be reading it though. You hear what I'm saying? We've been here an hour, but I gotta go down and I gotta. Our sister, Alaskan Ice, is in the house. We miss you, our sister. We miss you. Now let's go. Let's see what he said here. Now we're gonna get back here. Okay, Sailor. Now here we go. Okay, Art of the USMC identifies conspiracy. The incident requiring 2 or more people to be present. The accusation must be subject to the UCMJ, but the other conspirators do not. Now, if it's just one conspirator, do they call him just a spy? Or do they, if it has to be somebody else in the military? Let me know how that works. What makes them different between a spy and a conspirator? All right, now here we go. Dogface said 38 CFR 3. How was visiting the 7 Seas? Did you see the Malagnanon? I forget that. Is that why you get 100% permanent total? All right, let's see what we got. This is question and answer time. So you go ahead. This is whatever y'all want to talk about. Y'all want to drop knowledge? Let us know. Okay, 38 CFR 3 says, can an examiner's address on the questionnaire be more than 100 miles away from the veteran's address for an in-person examination? I don't know. I'm gonna have to get more information because somebody was saying they were saying something about that. How far? I don't know. It depends on how far in the country you are or how remote of an area you're in. You would have to explain your situation. I don't know exactly. I'm glad you asked that question. We're gonna try to figure that out. If anybody know in the chat, let us know. Now, here we go. Commanding officer says, Art 105 of the UCMJ identifies forgery, falsely making or altering any signature known to be so made or altered. Yes, especially when it comes to your DD-214 orders, when it comes to waiving things, you can get caught up in all kind of trouble and then come back to it. Let's see. Bernie, H-Town, rocking the night. Great information. Thank you. Y'all remember those? What's those 2 words we talked about? Clinical evidence? Huh? Remember that. Remember what the exam is. Remember what medical opinion is. And also remember what the evaluation is. You're going to get information here you ain't going to get nowhere else. Now let's see what Alaskan Ice, our sister, say. We glad to have you here. We missed you. I've been out of pocket too. I've been in Arkansas, Alaskan Ice. I was up there in the mountains. Beautiful. I'm going to have to put some of them pictures up if I learn how to do that. Yeah, I'm going to put that on a slide maybe. Does reopening a claim preserve your original filing date? Unfortunately. So Alaskan Ice is telling you about reopening claims. The question that you asked earlier. Thank God she's here. This is our reference person. You understand? Among others. Now listen what it said. Does reopen claim, because you're dealing with a reopen claim, does reopening a claim preserve your original file date? Unfortunately, when you reopen a claim, retroactive benefits called back pay are not paid to you based on the date of the original filed claim, but instead, now follow here, are based on the date you filed a request to have a claim reopened. So it's the date that you reopen the claim, because you got to understand. Now I'm remembering. The claim was closed. When you close the claim, that's why you had to reopen it. But when you close the claim, you killed the effective date. That's why you can't let a claim close. Within a year, you got to fight for appeal. Okay? Great information. Thank you so much, Alaskan Ice. Now, let's see. Let me put this up a little bit. Let's see what it say. Does an assignment of 100% disability rating that occurred without evidence of reoccurring medical treatment confirm a severity level of the condition? Reoccurring medical treatment. Here's the thing. It could be a single thing that happens. It could be continual issues that happen, but you should continually seek treatment. This is important because how severe is it only affected you 10 years ago? And I got 100% permanent total. And one of the things that they put on my award letter, and I want you to listen, not award letter, this decision letter, you know what they put on there? That you continue to seek treatment. H-Town vet continue to seek treatment. So they pay attention because they saying if you're not seeking treatment in the form of treatment from talking to your psychiatrist or your primary care doctor about your service-connected disabilities, continue taking the medication or getting it adjusted as needed. What is the problem is you act all cured. Now, do they always do that? No. Most time they leave you alone. But what I'm saying is don't leave yourself open to being attacked. That's what we talked about, protecting your benefits. You protecting them by the same thing that got you your benefits is the same thing you need to keep doing. Okay, now hold on. Let me see. Now see what he got here. All right, 107 of the UCMJ identifies false official statements, signing a false record, return regulations, orders, or other official documents known to be false. These things will come back to haunt you when you're a veteran, because when they pull up your file, you're no longer considered a reliable historian if you've been lying on documents, falsifying documents. Now let's see what Lasky says here. If I invite Dogface Soldier for outdoor Arctic survival and he goes missing, what's the best answer and how to pass a polygraph test, a polygraph of his disappearance? Well, after you made this statement here, you just say you got to plead the fifth. Dogface Soldier, please don't go out playing no ice games with him. I advise you against it. Now, here we go. US 38 CFR 3 is evidence of a record contradicted the findings of the questionnaire a reasonable reason for denied. Now, let me explain. This is what we myself and Mr. International talked about earlier in the last live stream. He reinforced what I was saying. Let's say you get a CMP exam done by your outside doctor, a public DBQ that you printed off the internet. And when you get that public DBQ done, you submit it to the VA. I'm not saying you should do this, but listen to me. The VA sends you to a CMP exam anyway for the same condition that you filed a claim on. And you say, hold on, I just went to a CMP exam. Y'all haven't gave me no reason why you say something wrong with this exam that I took, and I'm not going to the other one. And you document that. Well, they send you the one. Let's say you go. If you don't go, you fight it. They'll say they're denied, but how can you denied? Remember what I said earlier? A CMP exam, DBQ, and a public DBQ, they're supposed to give the same weight, but they don't always do it. You understand? No. But let's say this is the reason it's real tricky. You say, well, I don't want to get in trouble by not going to the CMP that the VA sent me to, because they already got my public DBQ, but I don't want to get in trouble. So you go to the CMP exam that they send you to. Now the doctor at the CMP exam has an unfavorable rating, unfavorable decision, but the doctor at your public DBQ gave you a favorable decision in your favor. Now you got conflicting medical evidence, conflicting medical opinions. Remember we talked about that medical opinion? Huh? You had two different exams and with two conflicting medical opinions. That's a hot mess. And the VA need to stop doing that to veterans. If ain't nothing wrong with the DBQ that you get from the outside doctor, they supposed to go with that evidence as long as it's done properly. And you got to make sure that that doctor filled out everything and had a copy of all of your information, your C file, your problems list, go over past videos. And we went over all this on the last two videos. All right, of everything you need to take to the CMP exam. Now let's see what a commanding officer says. Art 121 of the USMCJ identifies larceny, the wrongful taking with the intent to deprive permanently. I'm learning some things. I really appreciate you. Now, EMI says integrity first. Now, Dogface Soldier say, H-Town, Alaska wants to know when you're coming up to Alaska. He don't know if you can take the cold weather. LOL. No, I can't take it, man. My first duty station, well, my basic training was in Kentucky. That was cold. And I'm from Texas, you understand? I can't deal with no snow like that. Then I was stationed in Germany, which was cold. Then I was stationed in Colorado. I ain't got time for all that, man. Now, okay, commanding officer gives us another article. 124 of the USMC identifies fraud. Presented to any person for approval or payment, any claims containing false fraudulent statements for obtaining approval, allowance, or payment. Remember, I really enjoy this commanding officer because it's the same thing with the VA. We went over VA fraud. We did a live stream on that, remember? The guy Dennis, and the problem that he had, the reason it was considered fraud, because it was involving money. It was monetary. Fraud equals monetary stealing. Okay, you're taking money. Now let's see what our sister Sherry say. She said, hi, Alaskan Ice, and thank you for the information. Penguin Blue, Wave, Water, Tear. I don't know what that means, but I hear you. Oh Lord, I'm back down here. Let me see what our brother AIFA says. When you have a party in Houston, let's say when you have a party in Houston for when you hit 2K subs. Okay, now that would be nice, wouldn't it? I didn't know I was gonna hit 1,000 subs, and I appreciate y'all. You know, that first live stream, I was kind of sitting up there kind of embarrassed. I almost had my daughter at least get in on live and make it seem like I had one person there. I was sitting there by myself for a little bit. With no look, I tossed and turned and had nobody to talk to. But they crazy. Everybody start coming in. Okay, or will all still going to Hawaii? I love to go to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. Okay, Dogface Soldier too. He get to go, but does he get to ask these questions about? But what if this happened? If we have 100% and we fall off the cliff in Hawaii? Now, what is an example of a DBQ alteration? Now, I don't know alteration unless somebody get a non-doctor to do it, or the doctor give you a DBQ and you mess with it, you're gonna get in some legal trouble. Alaskan Ice says, Sherry McCoy, hello. And you're welcome. Y'all are so kind. That's why, aren't y'all appreciate we have our strong sisters in here holding it down for us. And that's what we all veterans up in here. We don't care whether you're Navy, Air Force, Marines, or Army. or Space Force. I don't know about here in the Space Force, and also for the Coast Guard. We're going to respect each other and love each other because we need each other. Now, let's see what we have here. Alaskans say, I suggest we all come to Alaska. 2,000 of us will be there, and 1,199 will return. Rest in peace, Dogface. If death benefits over $1 million, we can negotiate. Hello, I don't know. This sounds like I said, it's an episode of Law and Order. We ain't gonna do all that. Okay, listen to what a brother say. I don't know if I think your brother. Yo says dedication, leadership, integrity. Please remember this, so when you messing around with these VA benefits, you don't get caught up with these people talking about we gonna help you with your claim, but next year they under indictment by the government. Huh? Now, Junior said, Alaskan, how's the weather in Alaska? Now let's see what Love say. Boy, y'all are cutting up here. Okay, Love say, okay, my rep submitted evidence saying my claim was not supposed to close. There was a hearing date dependent on my claim was transferred to a different VA office. At the time, the office did not see I had, okay? Hearing request pending. Well, you need to get that straight. Why did they take it to a different office? That's interesting. Now let's see what Dogface Junior Alaskan wants town to live in Alaska with him. Man, I ain't going nowhere cold but to visit. You understand? I'm a Texas boy, born and raised. I had to be somewhere down south, and I don't want to deal with no desert. So give me Texas, Georgia, Louisiana, maybe Louisiana, and I'm falling in love with Arkansas. I ain't gonna lie to you. They say it get a little cold up there sometime. Okay, now Alaskan Ice says this: I have an ACE exam, recorded review, and 3 in-person exams this month. I hope this is it. Let me continue. Let's see. She said, I don't see she said nothing else. Okay. I hope this is it. Yes, we're going to do one on ACE exam. We already did the live stream on high level review. But before we could do the one on the ACE exam, we had to cover the meaning of exam, evaluation, and what's the other one? Medical opinion. Remember, clinical evidence. That's what all these claims are based on. Don't forget those 2 words. Not some guru telling you that they can get you 100%. They may be able to get you 100%, but you want to make sure you're able to hold on to it because you based it on clinical evidence. Don't forget those 2 terms, please. That's what the VA live for there. You understand? That's how you fight them. Clinical evidence. Alaskan Ice, make sure you have clinical evidence and they consider it properly. If they don't, you fight them until they give you all that back pay. Do not let a year pass, because then you're going to have to reopen the claim. Huh? Now, Alaskan, cold enough to die if you don't have Arctic survival. Now, what kind of boots y'all wear up there? The Matterhorn boots? What kind of boots protect you? What type of, you have wool socks over there? He laughed out loud. Okay. I spent 90 days in the Middle East tent city, 135 degrees, no AC, showered twice. Tell me about it, Alaskan. I was over there too. We went tent city when we first went there. Hold on. We made it in H-Town after party. We almost there. This any question you have, okay? H-Town is Dominican Papa Cholo. No, I'm not. I shouldn't have read that. I am an American citizen, man, and ain't nothing wrong if you ain't. But I ain't no Dominican. I ain't got no problem with Dominican. I got some Dominican friends. No, man. My daughter over here, she be calling me talking about I'm a Mexican. I ain't no Mexican, man. For those Mexican, but I'm Southern, okay? Man, I'm a black man. Y'all think I'm cosplaying over here? Y'all gonna get me deported, man. And I'm be the only American citizen in another country not knowing how to speak the language. Y'all ain't right. Now, is there really 9 months of winter in Alaska? We would love to know. Let us know, Alaskany. Now, Yo says, we did physical training in the Middle East. We ran in our full chemical gear, 145 degrees for 100 days. Captured, collect, kill. Wow, man. They got you in their chemical gear. They kind of going real, okay, this is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My rifle is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it, and I must master my life. My rifle without me is useless. Exactly. Now this is EMI says, I'm going to be doing Space Force in the future. Who gonna sign up for Space Force? Y'all don't want to be out there in that air like that. Now, I heard the moment Alaskan stepped foot in Florida, he might melt like an ice cream in the sun. Oh, Lord. Now, let's see. I'm trying to catch up and I'm going to continue on, everybody. Okay, it's better if you're it's best if you're going to make someone disappear, do it in space, Dogface. Dogface ain't going no space. You ain't going to trick him up there. Okay. Nah, he ain't going to leave his woman. He going to stay home with his woman. Now, for those of you that are joining us now, I am the H-Town Vet, and we would like to welcome you to this live stream. And we went over some powerful information. As you see the chart there, we give you the information that you'll get nowhere else in ways that you won't receive it, because we are dialogue here. We communicate. We bring information and we share it with each other. All right. Okay, let's see what Oasis says. I'm headed to the Middle East in the winter. Not sure if I will be able to access YouTube, but I hope so. Well, you're going to do more than access YouTube. You better check in with the family so we know that you're okay. Love say the VA granted my claim being reopened and switch saying new evidence was submitted. And understand, understand that understand that Love is a dependent of a Vietnam veteran. Now, say don't miss the cashews for Dominican. Okay, do you miss the cashews from Dominican? Let me tell you, no. I got my cashews here, man. My mama used to eat them, and she's Black American. Oh, no, they got to you too, Sister Cynthia. No, H-Town. I didn't know you were Dominican. Don't believe the hype. It's all of it. Am I gonna have to show my birth certificate like Barack Obama? Y'all got me all nervous now. I'm gonna have to close all my windows. The people gonna come get me. No, I was born and raised. What did Cheech used to say? His song "Born in East LA." No, man, it's all a big misunderstanding. I'm gonna have to walk around with my birth certificate on me now. Y'all even got my sister Cynthia thinking I'm out there. My paperwork ain't straight. Now, I have been fighting for over 2 years. They have the evidence. Now, what you're going to do, you're not going to give in. Okay? You're going to keep going on that, and you're doing an excellent job. Yes, it took them 4 years to do mine. The evidence was there. They did not. Okay, I filed it 2004, I think, somewhere around there. Then they denied me in 2007. 2008, they had to go back and take the denial away. and went back all the way to 2004. And this is how cold it was. They tried to give me 30% at first, but my rep went and fought. 2 days later, he said, hold on. They had to push it up to 50%. So just by him giving them a conversation saying, no, y'all didn't consider this evidence. And they were ready to get it over with because he's going to ask for a higher percentage. Huh? That's why you need a good advocate on your side if you can't handle your claim by yourself. Now, Marines, we run on ice, barefooted, hoorah. Let me tell y'all something. Marines, he ain't joking about none of this, man. I was in Desert Storm. I'm a soldier now. I'm decorated soldier, but the Marines, I don't know what they teach them in basic training, man. But you gotta step back and let them have it, man. I'm gonna do my job, man. But they something else. That's all I can say, man. They committed to the cause. Let me put it like that. Respect. Okay, Junior. He said AIFA. Nice name. All right. Now, a sobriety for me. In the Navy, we swim from DC to Arctic for our physical training. Wow. Go Navy, beat Army. Uh-oh, they started some confusion up in here. Okay. John says, Ice Road Trucker are in Alaska. Yeah, that's true. Did you watch that program when they talked to the guys how dangerous out on that ice with them 18-wheelers? I love that snow, man. Where you from, John? Liking snow like that. Okay. I think for a service member, your rifle should always be an extension of your arm. Right. Oh, y'all be too hyped up here. Okay, here we go. Okay. Article 134 of the USMJ identifies general articles, prohibits conduct that could bring discredit to the military. It covers a wide range of behavior. Please, commanding officer, give us an example of what type of things that would be considered prohibited conduct. Please let us know. Give an example. That's very interesting what you brought up there. Now, I received a letter of reprimand when I was at my first base. Failure to call my parents, and that was back when we was using payphones communication. It happened to me too. I think I didn't get a letter, but I got chewed out and I was going to be in trouble. I didn't call home from Germany for 8 months, and I got in serious trouble, not only from my command, but from my mama chilled, but my grandmother, boy, she chewed me out. And I'm on that phone. We had to put them, this back in like 88, 89. I'm putting money, that German money in that phone because I can't let the phone disconnect because my grandmother's going to say I hung up on her, I'm going to get in more trouble. So I kept putting, I said, yeah, okay, she was crying and I was trying, what you say, big mama? I said, I'm running out of money. He said, but you wasn't running out of money. You could have called me. Oh, man. Never talk with, boy, when you, and she black and not Dominican. She was speaking English. I'm going to verify my lineage. I'm trying to get my reparations. How am I going to get my reparations? Y'all talking about I'm Dominican. Okay, first to fight, just Junior, first to fight for the right and build the nation might. And the Army goes rolling on. Okay. EMI, Papacito. Dogface Soldier. That's right, Junior. Let's see what Love said. All my evidence was not expected until I went to the Board of the VA Board of Appeals. I guess you would say inspected or looked at. Okay, I think you mean inspected. Okay. Now, okay, in the Army, we do our physical training test from Florida up to Fort Meade and back. Wow. I don't know how far it is. Is that a long way? Okay, Alaskan, Dogface Soldier, you should be on the snow ice Road truckers. Uh-huh. Bernie said, my cousin was a contractor in Alaska. He met Jack, the ice road trucker. Wow. He was one that used to be on the show. Okay, yeah. Man, that's dangerous because that ice you can fall through it. Dogface Soldier say Alaska. That show looks easy peasy. Okay. You should come to California and deal with Gavin Newsom. It's worse than road truckers. Y'all heard on Gavin Newsom. He trying to get them reparations passed for people up there. He be wishy-washy though. And now here we go. I thought he was gonna run for president. I'm surprised he didn't do it. Now, Art 134 example, denouncing the government with the intent to promote disloyalty among service members. Now, let me tell y'all something. Commanding officer, I got to stop here, y'all, because there was a soldier during World War II. I've told y'all this story before, and I didn't realize that was actual rule. He was a discourager. He would predict how many soldiers would make it back from a mission. And he was court-martialed out the military because he was a discourager. And I guess it promoted disloyalty. You taught me something today, commanding officer, and I appreciate you. Gavin Newsom will be president in 2034. Okay, that's a long time. Okay, expected. Okay, expected. He said it. EMI says, it's been a learning broadcast. Thanks for everything. I must get rest since you won't excuse my AWOL tomorrow when I next broadcasting topic. That next broadcasting topic is probably going to be on dependence of military. It might be on dependence. Now, I'm enjoying y'all so much. Now, let me continue here since we caught up on the information now. Remember the process. Now, here we go. If you're active duty military already, and I hope you EMI, look at this. Watch our video checklist before military discharge. I need you to watch this and be prepared for when you do get out of the military, whether you're a lifer or not. Okay. Now, here we go. Yo says, Marine, hurrah, men. 50 of you are leaving on a mission. 25 of y'all ain't coming back. Yeah. But see, the Marine said it ain't nothing, but this soldier during World War II that did it, he got in trouble. But they tell you up front. I'm like, what? 25 ain't coming back. That's half the people. And I'm Army, man. Man, don't tell me nothing like that. Just send me on the mission. I don't need to know the scorecard. Now, here we go. Remember, you need a nexus. Let me ask you, how many of you think it's a good thing to pay for a nexus letter? Let us know. What's the best way to get a nexus letter? Based on the information we gave or based on your experience. What's the best way? Now, let's see. H-Town. Would you excuse EMI on her job? I don't know if EMI is a female, so whatever their gender is, I won't disrespect nobody. You may know, I don't know. On their job, think you can get them out of 2 months. I don't know if I can do that. I don't have that kind of weight. Who has ever gotten a nexus letter written by a doctor, whether it be with the VA or your outside doctor? And did that help you get your benefits? And a nexus letter is a letter showing a connection between your military service and what? Your condition, your current condition. OA say, good and talk and have a great week. Duncan Sean. That means thank you. And I forget what the last one means. I remember Little German. All right. Any other? Let me move on. Now, if you got it, oh, hold on. I'm putting little things to talk about in here. Now, go back over our videos where we talk about permanent and temporary ratings. All right. If you get a temporary rating, let's say you just had it for a month, you wait about a year or so, or unless you need to get the benefits for a permanent rating for your children or your spouse, wait a little bit and get your evidence together, then file for a permanent rating. All right. It depends on the situation. You can take a temporary 100% because you're going to be paid at 100% rate. All right. Now let us continue. Tell me what your position is on temporary and permanent ratings. Have you ever had a permanent rating and still got reduced before? Let us know in the chat. Now, my question is, do y'all think when we're in the military and we get out, do you think we have military baggage? Do we bring certain, I believe my attitude has changed. Let me come up on the screen. I feel like my attitude has changed somewhat. The way I see the world has changed. But does it make it harder for us to adjust to civilian life? And how many of your family members have told you that you're a different person now? Because being a disabled veteran, that's some of the baggage that we bring. Huh? Now let us continue. I'm talking about in today's environment, who think it's a good idea to marry while you're on active duty? Who think that's no problem? Who think they wouldn't do it? Okay, Junior said he would want a permanent rating. I understand that, and that's important. But if they give you a 100% temporary rating or 100% individual unemployability, take it. If you don't have a 100% rating and you're just going to try to get it upgraded to a permanent rating. I did that. All right. I had individual unemployability and I filed for an increase. Who think it doesn't matter if you're on active duty and you get married? Who think it's a problem? Who think the young people should wait until they get out of the military before they marry? Based on your experience, what do you think? Okay. So Dogface Soul say, bad idea to marry someone when you're on active duty. Jody will be out looking for you. Yes. Now that's real talk now. Y'all remember how I went in the military now. That's not a stereotype. We saw some wild stuff in the military, did we not? I ain't want to marry nobody while I was in the military. Now, but some people did have healthy relationships in the military. I saw it. My recruiter told me if you're going to do 20 years, don't get married until the 11th year. And so he can't get 50% of my retirement. Now here we go. Now let's talk real talk here. All right, let's talk real talk. We watch our video. What was our video? VA benefits and divorce. And we talk about this. But y'all say, well, don't it goes on the 20-year rule that they would have to overlap? You had been in the military 20 years, married to your spouse for 20 years, and it overlapped? Nope. Not if they can prove domestic violence. So your recruiter told you right. If they can prove domestic violence, they only have to be married to you for 10 years. And you've been in the military 20 years, and there's a 10-year overlap between your military service and you being with them. You better watch it. Huh? Now, and they get half your military retirement depending on what state. Marines are married to their gun. Fight, fear. Now let's see. H-Town. Do any of your numerous mamacitas get 50% of your retirement? is is best way to move to Houston to avoid deportation. Oh man, I ain't avoiding nothing. And now hold on. We got to give respect to our sister. What's our sister up here? One of them mentioned something. Our sister Cynthia, she married to 100% veteran, and she in here holding it down for her family. So it's some good women out there, huh? That's in here handling the business. Nah, ain't nobody getting half of it. I would, no, I would. You know, I'm good. And you know, you have to run into a solid person. And the women, your retirement is at risk too. So that's just, it depends. If I'd have met the right woman, I took that chance, baby. Now, Air Force married to their drones. Collect. Oh, Lord, that's no way to live. Married to no drone. That's a robot. Flying in the air. Now, let us continue. So we throwing little questions out there. Now, this is another question that I want to ask y'all, since we're in the question and answering phase. All right. Is it good to tell people in the civilian world that you've been in the military if you don't have to? What's your opinion on that? Huh? Let us know. Now, Dogface Soldier say, Army soldiers only worry in winning wars. Hoorah. Now listen to what Sobriety for Me says. I have to attend my final week of sobriety therapy. Have a great week, 365 days sober. Everybody give a congratulations, Sobriety for Me. And we support you and we care about you in your sobriety journey. Okay? Thanks for keeping me from going out and drink. Oh, incredible. Let me come up on the screen. I told my therapist, your broadcast is my support. Hold on. Why y'all trying to get H-Town Vet all all emotional and stuff? Sobriety for Me, you the reason black men cry in the dark. I'm over here in my dark bedroom crying because of you in my heart. Don't touch me like that. We here for you and we care. Let me tell you, why is it so hard for us to be kind to each other? Now, come on, man. We don't want to go around spreading misery. Look how we have fun. How officer be giving us good knowledge. How can we not appreciate that? We encourage you. We appreciate you. So look what AIFA says. Congrats. Don't be one of the 23 a day that died. Maybe it's more now for self-harm. Congrats from Alaskany. Keep up the therapy from 38 CFR 3. Angel say, congrats, bro. Keep it going and don't look back. Don't you look back. We here for you. We care about you. We support you. You understand? Congrats. Congratulations, sobriety. Thank you. Y'all don't know. I ain't got no time for y'all. Y'all trying to make old H-Town emotional over here. Huh? Now, well done, soldier. Yes, H-Town is our great support. We appreciate you. Let me tell y'all something. I appreciate y'all. You don't know what it means to be Sister Cynthia and how you supporting your spouse. How love is still holding his daddy's memory in place. We need this. You understand? And thank you. See, because you can't fake the truth because people don't have patience. If they not real or if they ain't trying to get something from you real quick, they ain't going to be nice, but for so long. Huh? Now, Now, that alcohol is tough to open up to for help. Yes, right. That's Alaskan. Sobriety for me, congratulations from Alaskan Ice. Mr. International, he laughing. I'm cutting up over here. Hey, we cutting up over here. Now, amen to that. H-Town Vet. Y'all don't know. Much luck. I don't have no drinking problem. I need to cut down on eating a little bit, but I couldn't drink. I never used any narcotics, but I like to fight when I drink. I like to fight tall guys. Look here, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you, I'm 5'7", but let me tell y'all something. I can't drink wine coolers without getting the attitude. But that's been over 30-something years ago. I should be okay now, right? Now let's see. Alaskan said, did Dogface Soldier go check the mailbox for a reduction letter? I don't know. He needs to inform us. He hasn't asked a reduction question in an hour. He okay? Report as ordered, Dogface. Oh man. Yo left was, has the Navy got you going tomorrow? Okay. Laugh out loud. Congratulations to sobriety for me. Congratulations from Sister Cynthia. Now, Yo says, Junior, Navy is bringing us Marines breakfast. Sometimes y'all be on those ships. Y'all didn't think I know that. Sometimes because the Marines are part of the Navy, sometimes y'all be on those ships. What y'all be doing training on those ships? Or is that a secret mission I can't know about? Now, 38 CFR 3 says, don't forget your CFR checklist. I'm out. Peace. Carry on, soldier. Now, anybody else? Okay. Navy is part of the Marines, yes. And the Air Force is part of the Army. Now, let's see what else we got here. Another question to see. Now, this is a hard one to deal with now, y'all. We kind of touched on it earlier. And y'all amazing how y'all cover the topics that I already have on the slideshow. Let's talk about it. How many of you are prepared for if something happened to your spouse? I know we don't like talking negative, or something happened to your parent that's a veteran, or your uncle if they had no children, or aunt. This is important to be able to prepare and make sure that they're straight in their final wishes. So there's a checklist. We're going to go over it. The things you need to do before a veteran passes. Okay? We're going to get that. We got the checklist, but I got to make it into a PowerPoint. What did I miss? Well, tonight we went over some powerful information, and we want you to go back over it. M21-1. We talked about the most two important words when it comes to getting VA disability compensation. So you go back 2 words: clinical evidence. And we broke down the difference between an evaluation, an exam, and medical opinion. You need to go back and get a chance to go over that. Now let me see. Let's see what Dogface Soldier say. H-Town, tell Alaskan to buy night vision goggles because they might be getting a private investigator on him for reduction. Oh Lord, I shouldn't have never showed that private investigator thing, but that's on the most fortunate cases. He don't want to listen to you, H-Town. You know what I might do the next one? I might do one, probably not the next one, on protecting your benefits. We might do that. But we glad to have you in here, M21-1. Okay, Wise Guy 007. I am rated. It's 10% for each knee. I can't pronounce that. Well, I forget. Some type of arthritis. Is this a condition that can be considered static? A condition can be considered static at any rate. But yes, it could be. It most likely could get severe, but you need a doctor to say that it's not likely to improve. That's what makes it static. Okay? You have to get with a specialist that deals with your needs. Alaskans say dog-faced soldiers, they got drones watching you smile when when your mailbox has no reduction level. Y'all out of control. Now, two most important words should me integrity first. Okay, that's true. Too much fraud happened. Here's the thing. He right. The evidence don't mean anything. Clinical evidence don't mean nothing if you're lying to the doctor. If you have no integrity, it's gonna come back to haunt you. So the evidence has to be based on the truth. Junior says, yo left is true. Your check says the Department of the Navy. Y'all admit. Now let's see. Okay, NSA algorithm, dogface can tell you're happy when you're typing. Reduce. You think that NASA thing they can keep track of it? Now let's see. Dogface said Alaska, since he lives in Alaska, the VA might dress up as a moose just to spy on my boy Alaskan. Wow, that's taking it too far. Yo says Marines out have to go put some jarheads in order. Hoorah! Okay, now we got somebody new in here. We want to get him in a second here. Let me pull up. Let me read this. I'm going to get to you, Mr. Kevin. Okay, give me a second here. We're glad to have you here. Algorithms being used in claims. No way there's identical DBQs. Everyone has different stories, of course, but the VA might try to discourage you by saying, and they're not going to show you the other people's. So if they don't show you the evidence, it don't matter. Now let me pull my face up here to let them know who I am. I am the H-Town vet, and we got some. Are you new to the channel, Mr. Kevin? Mr. Kevin. All right. Hey, good evening, all. Good evening to you. Everybody give a shout out. Simplify. So I'm sure we got a Marine in the house. Dressed as a moose, AOL. Alaskan has nowhere to hide. Right now, Kevin, we went over the information and we're kind of just doing question and answer, and we just talk and chop it up with each other. We have veterans that are at different places. Some are active duty military, are not veterans yet. Some are at trying to get their VA compensation. Some already have it, like myself. Some are dependents. We have our sister Morales. Her husband is a disabled vet, and we also have Love. His father was a Vietnam vet, and he's a dependent receiving benefits. So we're a different place. He said, laugh out loud. Now, yes, okay. Thanks, H-Town Vest, for the broadcast. Appreciate everything you do. We appreciate y'all. I don't know how y'all enjoying. All I'm doing is running my mouth over here. Welcome, Kevin. Okay, cool. We glad to have you, Kevin. You go back over other broadcasts, and we have YouTube videos that are short, between 7 to 12 minutes, and some of them a little longer. And he said, okay, let's see Alaskan. He said, thanks to our brother Kevin said, thanks to all, laugh out loud. Let me get to Alaskan here. Alaskan said, Alaska is the seventh largest subnational division of the world. It was an independent nation. It would be the 18th largest country in the world, almost the same size as Iran. Now, let's see what Dogface say. H-Town, next topic should be private investigators and increasing in pay to put Alaskan mind on ease. Okay. Now, we might have to do something when it comes to protecting your benefits. Now, here's the thing that we want to talk about. Oh, okay. We're going to get to, let me answer this question right quick. I'm going to get back to you, Dogface. Okay, I've been watching your videos. Don't forget to call me, H-Town. I won't forget. I sent you a message, I think, today. I was out of town in Arkansas, and because my family, my kids getting ready to go back to college, so they don't have no good internet out there, and I didn't have my password for my H-Town vet email, so I apologize for not getting back. We just got back last night. Now, next broadcast should be the 1,000 that you can get reduced. Okay. We'll consider that. Alaska Nice says, okay, arthritis will probably only get worse. See, that's the key thing. If you can you don't just want a diagnosis. I want y'all to follow me for it to be static. Remember this word that I'm about to tell you. You don't want just a diagnosis from a doctor. You want a prognosis. Remember what I just told you. You want a prognosis from a doctor. You request a prognosis, meaning what does the condition look like going forward? As our sister Alaskan Ice says right here, will it get worse in the future? This is very important. Okay, your rating code sheet will state if it is static. Contact a VSO or go to the regional office and ask for that VA code sheet. We talk about that, okay? Or ask for the letter that will show whether or not your needs are static. You can also use Versa to make an appointment. Okay. Enjoy the broadcast. Always learn a lot. Now, let me go back up. Now, so put down some of the topics y'all want to talk about. Y'all want coming up, give some of the topics. One of them we see is protecting the benefits. We'll go over that. You tell me what topics, and that's what we do here, Kevin, at the H-Town Vet. We cover the topics. I'll make a live stream about whatever topic you come in. They asked about higher level review. We did one on higher level review. They asked for one on fraud. I think we did one on fraud. Fiduciary. We did one on fiduciary. So nowhere else will you get the information that's tailor-made to you. Huh? Now listen, say, or not, okay. Appointment, good information, Alaskan Ice. Okay. He said he enjoyed it, learned a lot. Now, let's see what we got here. And, we're only going to stay on here as long as y'all want to stay on here. Because I know it's a weekday. But I wasn't able to make it on Sunday because I was still out there in Arkansas. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, let's see what else we got here. Now, what is y'all suggestion on what we can do to help homeless veterans? Is it our responsibility? Should they be seeking help at the VA? They have an initiative down here. No veteran should be homeless in the Houston area. Do we have an obligation to our fellow brothers and sisters? Now, if the VA prescribed, this is from Kevin, if the VA prescribes you medication, meds, doesn't that mean you have been diagnosed, say, for depression? Not necessarily so, but if they're giving you depression medicine, that should be evidence going toward you getting a diagnosis. You can take that if you won't. They won't give you that diagnosis at the VA. Oh, I'm enjoying this here. I'm glad you brought that up. Hold on, let me get on the screen. They gave you that. That's evidence toward a diagnosis. Say, well, why they give me medication for a illness or condition that I don't have? So you need to push for that diagnosis and say, doctor, you give me this medication. Do I have depression? You need to ask straight up. Great question, Kevin. Great question. Huh? Now let's see. Alaskany, avoid fraud. If you get reduced, what is the next step? What to bring to the CMP exam as props for showing whether disability is and what a few topics to talk about. Now listen, don't be like my friend, because he did something off the wall, and he was saying the doctor had him doing the word game where you a word association, and he said say an object, he say neck, and he said, oh, neck ain't an object, and he brought a bag of bloody neck bones up there. Scared the heck out the doctor. They calling people on him. I said, man, don't be, and had the doctor's name and address on there. Huh? That doctor was scared like it. Okay, H-Town, Dogface Soldier said, H-Town, I love your podcast. I will never have fans like Alaska. Now, I never knew I had fans like Alaska. You out of control. Now, remember what we said on that, Kevin, though. Remember what we was talking about. That you need to get, they won't give you that diagnosis there, go to an outside doctor and get them to diagnose you and bring it back. Now, when it comes to mental health conditions, the VA, some reason, they don't like you getting diagnosed outside the VA system. But there ain't no law that says you have to be diagnosed there, I don't think. Now, what do veterans do that live in countries where any stimulants, anxiety meds, control pills that are okay in the US, but not in another country? For example, Japan. You can't bring anything even with a prescription. I don't know. What if it's you're on a military base that you can't take the medicine there? Or what are you saying? Just when you're out on the outside the base, or what? That's an interesting statement. Y'all come up with some brilliant questions. I don't know. And H-Town Vet don't have no problem telling you. Okay, if doctor asked me example of a word reduction, I'd say dog face. I seen you. Oh man, y'all out of control. He got you that time, dog face. Dog face, I don't think you got no comeback for that. Alaska, send me your address so I can send you an autograph, brother. Don't put it on here because we don't want them crazy people contact. Y'all get behind the scene because some people start stalking you. Some of them old women used to deal with Dogface, so gonna look for you. Now, I'd have the CIA capture Dogface, bring him to my exam as buddy statement, teamwork. They characters. Okay, let's see. I started seeing a psych VA doctor also. How long ago was that, Kevin? Was that a long time ago? Has it been within the last 6 months, last year? Now what you need to do, Kevin, you might already be diagnosed. So I want you to listen to us carefully. You're going to go back and watch the last 2 live streams, and we cover the problems list. The problem list is a list of what? It's a list of everything you're diagnosed with at the VA. So if you see a psych doctor, it's a chance that they've diagnosed you, and it has the date. Now, once you got that diagnosed, If you believe it's connected to your military service, now you need a nexus to show the connection between the two. All right. Once you do that, once you get that connection, all you need is the severity level. That's where the money come in. He say 2 weeks. Okay. 2 weeks ago. Okay. You need to keep at it. Okay. And keep track. Go get a copy of your problems list and see what's down there. Go to medical records, or they call it records and release, and ask them for a copy of your problems list. This is key. All right. You can file some of those things. Okay. Cleaning customers, they arrest you and take all your control meds. Wow. Not sure on active duty basis in Japan, but that's the law. Don't play around in Japan or Singapore. Don't play around in Singapore. You'll mess around and find out. Now, Dogface, if you go missing, what picture should they put on the news? Oh, Lord, this Dogface Soldier says, Alaskany, you should change your name to Dogface Soldier Fan. It suits you better. Let me laugh out loud. Y'all too much, man. Now, I got to get down to Kevin. He says, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, brother. Because that's what we have. Let me tell you something. We just giving out the knowledge. We just trying to share the knowledge. We want to share things that I didn't have when I didn't know about when I was hitting all these walls. Now let me go to Alaskany. I remember getting anxiety on the base. I was under SOF agreement. I don't know what that is. SOFA agreement. Veterans not sure if they fall on the SOF agreement. You go to Singapore with any meds control, you can get death penalty. They don't play there. They don't play. They had some people I remember this almost 15, 20 years ago. They had some people that was working in Singapore, and their children was walking on top of Mercedes cars, expensive cars, breaking off the emblems. They gave them floggings. One boy was 19 years old, and the parents tried to get the American government to help them. They had to take down a steel rod, and they pull the pan down, bam, and it hits you so hard, and the first one puts most people in the shock, and they pour water on your face to get the last one. This ain't nothing to play with, man. We in these foreign countries. We in the military. They told us we had to be careful. I was in Germany. You remember back in the day, I was shocked to find out they could force you to take a breathalyzer. You didn't have no choice. And over there, if somebody got in an accident and you drove back, you could go to jail. You drove by, you can go to jail. They want you to do whatever you could to help them. If they leg something happen, you just put your finger in the leg and keep it. Even if they die, they want you to help. They didn't play over there. No, hold on. He said, Dogface Soldier Fan, laugh out loud. Now, pleasure hanging out with y'all. Good night, all. Peace and love, my brother. Look over those last live streams that we had right before these. And we got some nice slides dealing with what you're asking. I was in Singapore for 6 months on duty. Someone has a this very badge of weed, and he got locked up, no rights in Singapore at all. How long were they locked up? H-Town vet was artillery. You're only MOS. No, I wasn't artillery. I was close to that. I was 19 kilo, which was armor crewman. I was in tanks, M1A1 tanks. Now, but I served with trucks. Okay, so I was in trucks. I was in 88 Mike and 77 Foxtrot. I was in cargo Hemmett's trucks. And I was also in fuel Hemet trucks. You know, the ones with the big wheels? I did that. I was working outside my MOS for a while until the war broke out and they made me go back to tanks. Now, in Thailand, they give random drug tests on the streets, on the spots, and if you test positive for something, they interrogate you. Wow. So human rights are different in different places. I bet they have low drug abuse rates probably. Dogface, Alaskans say, Dogface, you should go visit. I'll have you take a suitcase to Singapore, get you locked up abroad. Now you don't want to do that to him. You don't want to do that to him. Alaska, H-Town. How did you all operate before electricity was available? What are you talking about? Try to say I'm old. Oh, Lord. I was born in 68. They had electricity, man. You're a mess, man. Oh, God. USA is the land of the free. Other countries, you have no rights unless you're active duty. Now, anybody got anything suggesting with the homeless veterans? Do you think they need to make a homeless veteran section in the VA hospital or somewhere on the VA? God bless the USA. God bless it and help them to keep it great. I have nothing but respect and love for the American flag. Let me tell you something. A black girl, a teenage black girl by the name of Swisher, is the one that sold the flag. I don't know if y'all know that. Huh? I know they say Susan B. Anthony. Go look and see. A teenage girl, black girl, she sold that flag. Now, the one we use today. Okay, so, SOF, status of force agreement. Let us know a little bit about that status of force agreement. H-Town Vet, let's do a bet. Let's see how much Alaskan he mentions. He mentions me more than you, brother. Laugh out loud. We'll see. There's no agreement in Singapore. So I guess it's the country. Okay. You have an agreement. So Singapore, you can't play around. Okay. I don't know what that is. Can get caught up in that. Some sex tourism or something like that. I don't know what you're saying exactly. I guess that's what you're saying. Now, I guess nobody got nothing to say about the homeless vet. Let's continue. What state benefits you got in your state? Come on, dog-faced soldiers in California. Tell us some of your benefits, man. You be beating up on your whatchamacallit. We got property tax exemption here in Texas. Watch our video, the 20 benefits for veterans and their dependents. Okay? So watch that video, and a lot of benefits at the state level. But most of the time you have to have an honorable discharge. So when it comes to this, most of the benefits you got to have your DD 214, and if it deals with something dealing with disabled veterans, you're going to have your award letter. Now, they say Texas is the best state to retire for cowboy. Now, listen to this here. I'm going to say this here to you. Texas, California, and I think Florida are some of the top states for veterans to retire. What state would you consider retire? I think Pennsylvania is one of them too. Always in the four. Now, if benefits in California, I forget how y'all say that. JK, California, Texas, Florida has the most benefits. That's right. But California is high to live in. Texas getting high and Florida getting high. Trump says California is done. You know, he made some good predictions before. I ain't saying I'm on his side, but I've heard him say some stuff that's true. Now, is it done? Dog-faced soldier ain't left yet. Now, let's see what we got here. Any other statements for the after party? We're gonna start closing out. Now, Alaska is the best state for disappearing off the grid. Yeah, but it's cold up there, and a lot of people that go up to there are hiding or don't want to be bothered by other people. That's one thing about Arkansas. I like, man, yeah, I could live up here sometime if I want to get away, but I like being around people, so. Any other statement, any other topics that y'all would like to cover on next live stream, let us know. I've enjoyed y'all tonight, and I appreciate y'all coming out, and I apologize for not being there yesterday. I didn't have nothing scheduled, but I couldn't. The internet is in Arkansas, in these rural, beautiful, I was somewhere where there were 4 lakes. I forget the name of the lake. It's a woman's name. I forget the name of the lake. And then I was in Hot Springs where we went on. I went down the main street. That was where it was supposed to be the first casino thing. They had casinos down there back in the day. All right, I learned all this at the Gangster Museum down there in Hot Springs, Arkansas. All the gangsters, Meyer Lansky, Al Capone, all of them went down there. And that was where they're going to be the first Las Vegas. And they end up doing it because the guy had to leave, end up doing it there in Las Vegas instead of in Hot Springs. I learned that all at the Gangster Museum. Really important. Now, California has good benefits for veterans, but it's a horrible state, too expensive. I would move to Alaska. If you could deal with the cold, Alaska is way cheaper. A homeless in California can afford a mansion in Alaska. I heard it's beautiful. A lot of people moving from California to Texas. I see that's one of the biggest states I see move here. Okay, Alaska won't allow you. I can get your name off the customs lookout list. Let me ask you, do they actually pay you money to live in Alaska? I heard it was $2,000 a month. Do they still do that, or is it higher? Now, H-Town. Oh, let me fix my thing right here. H-Town, have you ever been on a Navy ship? Yes, I was on the as a tour. I went on the ship, the John F. Kennedy. It was one of them flat ships with airplanes fly off of. What is that called? Is that a battleship or a destroyer? I forget what it's called. No homeless in Alaska. Why not? Okay, there's no homeless in Alaska because they all have mansions. Oil cash. Okay, so they get money off all cash. Is it the same amount every year? Yeah, we at the after party, so y'all can talk about whatever y'all want. It don't have to be related to the military, as long as it's within reason and respectful. All right? Trump or Kamala? All right? I'm going to tell you like this is. Unless they giving me something tangible for black people, my people, I'm voting for the couch. Because they giving stuff to every other group but my people. So neither one of them talking about doing nothing for us. So I'm voting my interest. Everybody should vote their interest for their group. I respect that. Now, can you be homeless in Alaska when it's 10 degrees? Alaska don't have Vegas temperature. No, it don't. What's the lowest it gets in Alaska? Okay, Dogface Soldier say Trump over Kamala, but he ain't offering nothing anyway. And if he gonna lose this if he keep playing around because he got this guy that talks just as reckless as his vice president. You supposed to get somebody that's gonna help you win other states. He got this Vance guy. He cutting up talking about the black farmers shouldn't have got the money, and they've been mistreated over the years. He should shut his mouth at least until they become president and vice president. You don't alienate people because you probably be able to get some votes. I don't know. But does it seem like to you, or if I'm wrong, do it seem like Kamala Harris is hiding? Why she ain't out there talking to nobody? Tell me what you think. You say negative 80 degrees. Okay, well, what we gonna do, we're gonna get ready to conclude, y'all, because y'all gonna have me up all night. I gotta take care of some business because I gotta get these children back up here to college in the next few days. So I wanna give y'all last statements. H-Town can't believe Biden said you ain't black if you don't vote for him. Ain't that crazy? Well, that's disrespect. See, this is the problem. This problem comes about because black people has just been giving their vote over to the Democratic Party. And when people get stuff without giving you anything, they don't have to respect you. Other groups don't have enough votes, but they demand things even though they don't have enough votes to vote anybody in. You understand? We're the largest voting bloc for the Democratic Party, but they treat us like a stepchild and give everybody else benefits over us. And we supposed to sit back and take it. But the younger generation ain't going for it. Yeah, you ain't black. And what did Kamala Harris say? I ain't gonna do nothing just to benefit black people. No, that's what she said. Okay. But she ain't never said that about any other group. You understand? But we got these people in these fraternities that's trying to, a black fraternity, they trying to, because she was in a sorority, they trying to big her up. We tangibles. I don't care what you was, alien, what you gonna do for me? Because you're doing stuff for other people. Huh? But I've enjoyed the live stream. This is gonna conclude. Let's give our last goodbyes to everybody. All right, go ahead, let's get some goodbyes. Okay, I have to figure out some questions on what if to get reduced. Okay, being a learning broadcast, protect them, benefits, learning from H-Town. We're going to have one on protecting the benefits. That's what we'll do then. All right. Kamala was Indian. Then once she went in officially all of a sudden she black. It's sad, brother. Let me tell you something. Yes, she pretended. And she doesn't have respect for us because she don't respect the culture. I'm not saying she doesn't have black ancestry in her, but she don't identify as black. She identifies Indian. Because the only time she talk about black, when she talk about some rapper or she smoked marijuana, real degrading stuff. Giving shout out to rappers that are past. It's pulling hot salt out of her purse like Hillary Clinton did. Real degrading. Having Meg Thee Stallion twerking on her, that's not a good image, having black women. She would never have Indian people up there dancing and doing belly dances. So why she got this black female up there shaking her tush? Nah, Now they think of us as a joke, and we're part of the problem because we keep voting without getting anything. I ain't got no problem. I want politicians to like me, but now you got to do something for our vote, or we just sit it out. Now I have some new people about to retire. I'm going to refer them to your broadcast. Thank you. Please spread the word if you can. Now, we should talk about Singapore and if the VA covers emergency visits there. You know what? We need to look it up. Everybody look it up, and that's going to be our homework. All right? We're going to do that. We'll do that in the after party when the next two broadcasts. If we get the information next broadcast, we'll do that. I like that. I think they covered it in certain places, like when you're in South America. I think they cover those hospital visits in Panama, I think. Now, hear you. He giving his coordinates. Broadcast dismissed. Dogface soldier, make California great again. Oh, this man, y'all be cutting up, man. I'm trying to go to bed. Now, this is going to conclude this broadcast of the H-Town Vet. All right, let me pull it up because I don't like it when my face be the last thing it in it. So we'd like to thank y'all for joining us, and we want y'all to have a good night. Peace. See you on Thursday.